Good morning or good evening, depending on when you are watching this. Otherwise, hi, how are you? Okay, so today we're back to the chair, and today's session is actually one that's designed to be relatively easy, actually, because we're going to focus mainly on ankle flexibility, and then we'll move over to the knee joint and then combine the two of the both of them. Not sure about that English, but okay. Anyway, so that's what the focus is really going to be. You might also feel your thighs being engaged throughout most of the stretching and flexibility exercise. But then again, I'd like you to note that I'll give you the modification that you can use so that your thigh is not getting too engaged in the process. Anyway, for now, let's just get back into the breathing. Just like we've been doing, chest to belly breathing. So in case you need a refresher, it's where we breathe in from the chest first, then all the way into the belly, and then when breathing out, you breathe out from the belly all the way to the chest. And one of the ways that you can use to help you with breathing out is making a sound. So like that helps really engage the abdominals. Okay, so I'm going to allow you to continue with your breathing and just trying to get yourself into the moment. Try and empty your mind, think of your favorite color, and just hold that image in your mind as you breathe in and out, working to relax anywhere that you feel tense, just really feeling good. Also, you're sitting towards the edge of your seat. In case you have any troubling thoughts, any unresolved issues, any stress, this is a time to really try and really calm yourself, especially if it's after a very long day or at the start of your day. Just trying to reconnect with your inner self. Take the time, relax, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's get into it. So notice how high I am lifting my leg up. That's because I was doing this for the sake of the camera. For you, you can lift your leg up just slightly off the ground. Okay? You'll feel less of your thigh being activated then. I did this for the sake of the camera and also for your sake. So we're going to rotate the ankle to the outside 10 times. And then we're going to switch to the other leg. And again, lift it to a comfortable height. And then rotating it 10 times to the outside. It's important that you keep the direction in mind because we're going to do that again and again and again. So we're doing it to the outside. So just taking it round and round. If you can combine this with your breathing, even better. Remember, you don't have to hold your leg this high. First of all, we're sitting on the edge of the seat, and then you're just lifting it high enough that it is just clear of the ground, such that your heel is not brushing the floor or the mat or wherever you are. Okay, so 10 more rotations here, and then we're going to switch over to the other leg. Do 10 rotations in the same outside direction, and we're going to do this for 5 times. So we're in the second time now. Alright, switch to the other leg. The same direction. As much as you can, keep the movement to your ankle. So moving your entire leg is not gonna help. So keep your leg as stable as possible and just try and keep the motion to your ankle. If your ankle feels stiff and it can barely rotate, that's fine. Just try and rotate it as much as you can. Alright, that's the second pair done. We have 3 more rounds to go. So original leg, and we're still going in the same direction. So both legs are rotating towards the outside. We're also trying to focus on our breathing as well. So if you can combine this movement with your breathing, even better. So breathe normally. Don't hold your breath, especially as you're holding up your leg. And also, just to remind you, I'm not holding up the leg this high. This was just for the sake of the camera and for you. Just hold the leg high as you can, or at least just off the ground if you need to. Alright, brilliant. Just take a moment just to reunite yourself with your breathing, because we're gonna come back to the same joint, but this time we're gonna rotate the ankle on the inside. Okay, so as demonstrated, so on the inside. This is why it was important to remember which direction you had been going the original time. So again, 10 times for the first leg, then switch to the other leg. So for this one, we're gonna do it 4 times instead of 5, because when we get to the 5th round, there's something different that we're going to do for a bit. Alright, so as promised, so for the 5th round, we're gonna do something slightly different. So instead of rotating the ankle, we're gonna flex the foot and then we're gonna point the toes. Again, 10 times. So really flex the foot as much as you can as you breathe in, and then breathe out as you really point your toes as much as you can. So trying to get in some movement into that ankle, which is a joint that we use and possibly take for granted, but actually carries a lot of our weight. Alright, switch over to the other leg. Same thing. So when you flex your foot, you breathe it in nice and deep, and then breathe out as you really point. Also, please note that you do not have to lift your foot as high as I'm lifting it. This was for your benefit. You can always just lift it just slightly off the floor so that you're not quite engaging your thigh muscle as much. Okay, switch over to the other leg. Now, when I said that we're doing 10 repetitions, you could have chosen to do 10 repetitions all at once, or like I did them, which is you split them into half. So 5 this leg, 5 the other, 5 this leg, 5 the other. I decided to split them up just in case you're lifting your leg pretty high and you feel your thigh muscle is getting quite engaged. But otherwise, if we did 10 repetitions, that is absolutely fine. So we're just doing 10 right leg and 10 left leg. Here, I just split them up into 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so we're gonna go back and do a variation of the same thing. Only this time we're gonna hold that position for about 5 deep breaths. So flex your foot and hold it for 5 deep breaths. Keep it as flexed as you can. Feel that stretch in your calf muscles. You don't have to lift your leg as high as I have lifted mine, but others, if you are, you'll feel the thigh getting engaged as well. But the emphasis is on the ankle. Let's switch over to the other leg. Same thing, gonna flex the foot and we're gonna hold it for 5 deep breaths. And as you can imagine, no, let's finish this and I'll let you know. Okay, so as you guessed, we are now going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to point the toes and hold it for 5 deep breaths. So keep it as pointed as you can. Also, just to remind you that we are sitting towards the edge of the seat and not at the back. So you should be almost falling off the seat, but not quite. Such that when you lift your leg, you're also feeling your thigh getting that nice lift, that nice workout-ish. But you're sitting towards the edge of the seat. Okay, we switched over to the other leg and we're going to hold it again for 5 deep breaths. Keep your toes as pointed as you can. Let's switch gears for a bit. So we're going to have the toes planted, or have the feet planted on the ground. And then we're still going to work on the ankles. So just lifting up your heel until you get that nice stretch and then putting it down. Then breathing in as you lift and breathing out as you put it down. And lift and down and lift lift, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, just getting some bit of motion into those ankles. We're going to move higher up into the knee joint now. So really stretch your leg and then take it as far back as it will allow. Now we're going to bring in the ankle movement here in the sense that when you extend your leg, when you make it straight, really point your toes. As you take it back, flex your foot all the way to the back. Then point your toes as you extend your leg. Flex your foot as you flex your knee. Let's switch over to the other leg. So same thing. Flex your foot as you flex your knee. Point your toes as you breathe in. Breathe out as you flex your knee and foot. And extend everything and breathe it out. You should feel a bit of burning in your thighs also at this point in time. If you can't quite maintain it, you can always rest in between. But after these 5, we're going to switch over to the other leg, do another 5, and then come back to the original leg and do another 5. When you flex your knee, take it as far back as you can. As far back as you can. And stretch it out and flex. Let's switch over to the other leg. So being mindful of the movement as much as possible. So as you extend your knee and your foot, you're breathing in and breathing out as you flex everything as much as you can. Extending your foot and breathing in, breathing out as you flex your foot and flex your knee. Okay, let's switch to the other leg for another round. Now here you'll notice that my leg is gonna be lower. So this is me just showing you how you can have your leg lower in this exercise and it still works. Okay, so lift it as high as your thigh muscles will allow you to. The higher you lift your leg, the more you engage your thigh muscles. But for today's focus is not so much on working out the thigh as it is on getting some motion into the knee and into the ankle. So lift it to a level that is comfortable for you. Okay, that is done. We're gonna switch gears again now. Coming to stretch the hamstring. So put your foot out in front of you, heel on the ground, toes pointed, then slide your hand down as you breathe out, and then as you come up, you're breathing in. So again, you're sitting on the edge of your seat so that you have your leg as straight as you can. And then I realize you can't see it here, but we want to have the toes completely pointed to the front. So not flexed, but pointed. All right, let's go again. So try and really slide your hand underneath your leg so that you get that nice stretch. Keep your legs straight. And then breathing in as you come up. Breathing out as you go down. Nice and slow. Okay, let's switch over to the other leg. So heel on the ground, toes are pointed, then sliding your hand underneath your leg, sitting on the edge of the seat as you breathe out, then breathe in as you come up. Let's go again. So really enjoy this movement, just getting that nice stretch as much as we can, and then breathing in as you come up. Let's do 3 more of this. Let's switch back to the original leg and we're gonna do another 5, and then we will switch again to the other leg and do 5. We're gonna switch legs again now, but this time it's gonna be a bit different in the sense that we're gonna go as low as we can and then we're gonna hold it for 5 deep breaths. So if you can touch your toes, even better, but remember you're also keeping your toes pointed. So 5 deep breaths. Then once you're done, or for as long as you can hold them, and then once you're done, we'll come up and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, we're done with that, but we're gonna have one more for the ankles. The one where we plant the feet on the ground and then you lift your heel off and get that nice mobility into your ankles. We are also on the way to winding up right about now or very soon. So grab your opposite knee and then turn as far back as you can. You should feel like you're really stretching that back. And we're gonna hold it for 5 deep breaths. Just before you come back to center, exhale and then come back to center as you're taking a nice deep breath in. Then breathe out until you find your farthest position and then complete 5 complete deep breaths. So you finish with the exhale such that when you're coming back to center, you're breathing in. Alright, deep breath in. Let's switch into something more relaxing. So just hug yourself, rather get your head to your knees. You can also opt to hug your legs, but the idea is just to hang. Let's let your arms hang. Just do what feels good. Of course, as you hang here, you're also taking in, you're doing 5 deep breaths. And again, you're gonna finish with the exhale so that when you're coming up, you're breathing in as you come up. Just before we get into the meditation part or the finishing off part, we're going to work on the spine for a bit. So sit up tall and straight as you breathe in, then round your back. Imagine that you're looking at your belly button as you breathe it out. We're going to do this 5 times, so 4 more to go. Breathing in, sitting up tall and straight, filling up your lungs, filling your spine, get that nice straight posture, and then round your back, trying to look at your belly button. So imagine you're squeezing your tummy, everything in there. Then breathe it in nice and slow as you come up. sitting up tall and straight, puffing out your chest, getting that nice straight spine, and then rounding your back as you look at your belly button and squeeze everything inside there. Let's go for 2 more. And as you imagine, we're gonna finish and sit up with an inhale. Now this is the time that you can use to just relax everything, just reconnect with yourself. If you're doing this outside, listen to the birds, try and just really center yourself in this 2, 3, 5 minutes. It's up to you. I'll give you about 2 minutes before I close off. But otherwise, well done. I hope that you've been able to get some bit of mobility into your ankles, into your knees as well, and stretched your hamstring. Just use this time to really just unwind from how busy life is, because life can be super busy and stressful and very many things. Be kind to yourself. You can imagine your favorite color. If you cannot empty your mind, just think of a color and just let it fill your mind as you breathe in and out, as you consciously relax all the muscles in your body. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.